As we looked through the next arch, we could see an abundance of color, sound, movement, and smells. Ina explained that this is the abode of Empress Elahe. She is connected with Mother Earth and life itself. We watched as the Empress elegantly walked up a soft path of greenery. Flowers opened around her, rabbits playfully circled her feet, and birds sang in the branches of trees that moved in tandem with the skirt of her shimmering green gown. A crown of 12 stars nestled in her golden curls, and a cowl of gold mesh with rubies, pearls, and ocean-blue crystals sparkled from her neck to her shoulders. At our approach through the arch, she turned to us and said, "Beloved ones, welcome. Please come and join me on my cushions. It's such a beautiful day to grow, well, everything." We bowed to her majestic light and joined her company, sitting on red velvet pillows. I felt so fortunate to be sitting in such exalted company that I had to remind myself to mind my manners, to close my gaping mouth and stop staring at all of the opulent growth of, well, everything, or to try to make some sort of intelligent conversation, but my mind had gone blank. So I sat there like a bump on a log, and tried to take it all in, my head swiveling back and forth to catch all the life around me. Lucky for me that Inat was an old friend of the Empress, and I zoned out for some time as they chatted amicably. At a long pause in the conversation, I noticed that they were smiling at me. I was embarrassed at the sudden attention, but Empress Elahe regarded me with interest and gently said, "Sweet one, I see that you are enjoying the scenery and the opulence of my kingdom. I am glad to see that you love playing with my rabbits. They are truly a joy, but I want to share with you a short story now, and I need you to listen. It is one of my favorites because it's about happiness and abundance. You see, quite some time ago there lived a king with a very, very sad son. Nothing in the entire kingdom brought the prince joy. Delectable foods, music, games, or dances did nothing to lift the young man's mood. Eventually one of the courtiers suggested that they find a happy man and trade that man's shirt for one of the prince's. Although it made no sense, the desperate king agreed and offered a large bounty to any man who can prove that he's happy and contented. Well, of course, many responded to the call. Soon the king realized that he could tempt all of them with something, and was disappointed to learn that not a one felt content with their life. However, one day the king was hunting, riding through the vineyards with his entourage, when he heard singing. He soon found the young man tending the vines while wearing a jacket and a hat. The king asked, "Why are you singing?" "What, to express the joy in my heart," was the reply. The king grew excited at the thought of finally finding a happy man. So he asked the young man many questions and offered him many fine and substantial rewards, but each one was turned down. The young man stated that he was happy just as he is. So the king told him about his son, the melancholy prince, and that only a shirt from a happy man can save his life. But before the youth could respond, the king dismounted, rushed over, and hurriedly started to unbutton the jacket. Before he finished, the king stopped cold and stared. The happy man had no shirt to give away. Now, how about that? The youth's contentment, his appreciation of the abundance all around him, his gratitude of being alive, and taking joy in all the small blessings of his life, could not be bought, sold, or donated. It certainly could not be stored in a shirt. Sweet one, it is stored in the heart, and the king as well as the young prince had to find that out for themselves. Remember, abundance or happiness isn't about money. It's not even about a wealth of food, games, and dances. Abundance is about love, compassion, caring for one another. It's about health, freedom, and kindness. Our understanding, patience, and compassion can open up the possibility of beauty and love. That, all by itself, is abundance. That is a lesson many need to learn for themselves. She paused, looking away to their palace to let the story sink in. Here's another thought that has endured through the ages. As you give to others, so shall you receive. It is a law of the universe. But do you truly believe it? If you believe that you have little to offer and not worthy to receive, you have created blocks to abundance. To remove these blocks, open your heart and let the energy of love rush in to fill it to the brim. Others are at the other end of the spectrum. They find it difficult to receive because they feel the others are more deserving of these gifts, so they give to others until they are exhausted or bankrupted. Again, open to the love offered to remove these blocks and find balance. My best advice at any turn is, when giving any gift to another, do it from the heart, and without expectation of a return of any sort, not even a nod of gratitude. If your wealth is health, wealth and wisdom, then share those gifts. If your wealth is of joy, kindness, love, share those gifts. If you have been given the promise of abundance from the One, and what you sow, so shall you reap. Do you understand? One cannot plant a tomato seed and expect to grow carrots. One cannot sow daily discord and drama and expect to live a happy life. Life doesn't work that way. Only a happy life can have a happy ending. After another pause, she focused her green eyes on me and said, "Would you like to meet the Emperor Alborz? If I'm like Mother Earth, he's like Father Earth. He brings structure, stability, and security to our land. Our palace is just a short way up this mountain, and from where you may continue your climb up the moon stairs." As we walked, the view was breathtakingly beautiful. The air was clear and chillingly crisp in its freshness, biting deeply into my throat as we went. Above the mountain pass, the palace gleamed white in the sunlight, with turrets topped in orange clay tiles. It reached to the sky with many levels. The surrounding wall, with a small guard turret, was wreathed in pink and blue rhododendrons. Tall, slim, arched windows followed a staircase, and even taller ones surrounded what looked like a large, round room. After we passed through the entrance to the palace grounds, Empress Alahe asked one of the Emperor's magnificent rams where he was located. I stood admiring the ram's long curved horns, long fur and split hooves as it answered. We then left for the throne room, as the Emperor was holding audience with others who lived on the mountain. Inside were sconces brightly lighting the way up flights of stairs and down many halls. Before we entered the throne room, the Empress stopped in front of 2 full-size holographic projections on display. I recognized the one on the left as the Empress herself. She sat in the middle of it all, a full-figured blonde beauty. She looked peaceful, wearing her crown of 12 stars. Behind her grew a lush forest with a tree-lined stream gurgling melodically. Fields of golden wheat sprung from the soil, rippling gently in the breeze. She sat surrounded by the greenery with a good number of red velvet pillows, one with the symbol of Venus embroidered on it, cushioning her in complete luxury. Rabbits danced around her feet, and bluebirds rode the wind. Her loosely fitted pomegranate-printed gown moved with her as she waved her wand to make the flowers blossom instantly. She was the essence of elegance, sensuality, fertility, creative expression, and nurturing. Her crown showed her connections with the mystical realms and the cycles of the natural world. I was told that each star represented a month of the year and the 12 planets. Her piece was drawn from the trees and the stream. She was reveling in a beautiful sunny day. She said, "I like that portrait of me a lot. I think it captures my essence rather well. I even like that gown even though it doesn't have pockets like this one. That's why I'm waving my wand in the air. I didn't know what else to do with it. The other projection is my love, Emperor Alborz.